Disclaimer. This video is only a video study of the story around the Paper Kingdom. So I will not be providing the album itself. This information surrounding the story of MCR's time in the Paper Kingdom and what happened with the album in some Gerard way. So I will not be taking it. So don't take this video down, you know. I'm only providing my voice in the some Gerard way. So don't take this video down. Okay?
Gotta fucking move this fucking mic down. Jesus fuck.
Hello again. I know you have been waiting for another long video for a long time. And now, I have returned with a brand new video that will involve, you guessed it, the Paper Kingdom. I know what I said in my previous video, that I would never talk about the album again. But after everything that has happened, I will be coming out of my goon room to be talking about it again. And here, I'm going to present to you a shit ton of more info that I gained and not everyone has except for me, since I've met some really special people that brought me this info. So back in 2012, when MCR started to work on their 5th official concept studio album that followed their 4th official studio concept album called Danger Days, The True Lives of the Fabulous Killjoys. This 5th studio album was going to be called The Paper Kingdom, and it is a concept album that was about a support group of parents who lost their children through horrible ways, and they convinced themselves that their children are missing in a forest fighting a witch.
It's going to be this storyline about a support group of parents who are dealing with the loss of their children.
Whoa.
So they make up this story about the children all being missing in the woods and fighting this witch. And that was what it was about.
Did you have a name for it?
Yeah, it was called The Paper Kingdom.
It sounds kind of cool. It sounds dark.
Yeah, it does.
When MCR was touring for Danger Days, they were happy, performing their new music and having hundreds and thousands of people in the crowd listening to them. But by the end of the touring, MCR was tired of it. They needed something new. They needed something new. Danger Days wasn't as successful as their previous released album that came out in 2006 called The Black Parade, because Danger Days didn't capture the darkness like they had before. All of the constant touring wasn't fun for them anymore, so they were jamming to new material in a Big Day Out festival in February 2012 in Australia. On February 24th, 2012, they jammed new unreleased material that got recorded by a fan and it got uploaded onto YouTube. I can assure you that this song is unrelated to the Paper Kingdom because it's probably a working concept for their 5th album, but there's no currently known official recordings of this song that MCR jammed at the time of the fan recording. So after the Bamboozle Festival in Asbury Park, New Jersey in May 19th, 2012. After saying so long a good night to their fans, they head right into the studio with sound engineer Doug McKean, a friend of MCR, to make their 5th album. An album that will be the nail in the coffin for them. Doug McKean actually worked with MCR previously on songs and records called The Black Parade, The Black Parade B-Sides, Conventional Weapons, The Mad Gear Missile Kit, Desolation Row, Danger Days, The True Lives of the Fabulous Killjoys. But 2 months into the production, on July 17th, Doug McKean went on Twitter to to ask the public to provide a sample of the announcement chimes from Narita Airport in Japan. This detail is going to be important later in the video. Also, the audio file for a song called Witch was made on July 24th. This detail will be explained later in the video. Doug also posted some photos from the studio that the album was being made in around the 27th and the 30th of July. At first, Jawad was saying that he was excited to be working on the album in the interview with Kevin Smith in August of 2012.
You know,
You're working on what album? What number album?
5. I'm only calling it, I like to call it MCR 5 right now, so I'm really excited.
No,
So,
wait.
all right.
When's the album come out?
We don't know yet, but this one is going rather quickly, and I'm very excited about that. And it's very dark so far, but I really like it.
Are you going to dress up for this one, or are you going to be you?
This one, yeah, this one has, because the last one we didn't dress up. This one I've got something worked out that's really awesome, and I can't wait to. I'm actually going to meet with Colleen soon about it. So
To go into like wardrobe
yeah,
mode
it's
again?
like my favorite.
I look forward to whatever you're going to do next, man. I like it.
The record had a working title called The Paper Kingdom. It was a working title. That means that the record could have had other names at that time. I believe around March of 2012, there was a magazine released that was talking about the new record, The Paper Kingdom. It talks about what was going on around it. Here is the article that was released around March 7th of 2013. It talks about Matt Devone working with Jawad for Matt's Cell EP, all while Jawad was working on The Paper Kingdom, and Matt heard some of it. It's incredible, Matt says, one of rock's most anticipated records. It's slightly new territory. It's an evolution. I've heard 4 new songs. It's actually in line with that my Chem fans would be thrilled to hear. But at the same time, it really marks what I think is a new phase for the band. It's super refreshing, but at the same time, familiar in the way that you'll want it to be. That's what it said in the article that is talking about the magazine. It also said that Matt had first-hand experience with some of the songs. Jawad has air songs. He's looking for some more, Matt says. It'd be kind of impact on the record he's making, but I'm asking about it. Might be tuning in his head a little bit. If you don't mind, Matt, we'll be sending you a list of things we love to sing on that new MCR record. Be a pal and plant a few a turn. Be a pal. Be a pie. What? Be a pie and plant a new atom? It's Jawad's mind for us, would ya? Okay, that's literally exactly what it fucking says. What? That's I did not write that. Like, that's literally what it said in the article. Around the same time that MCR was working on the album, they were also releasing mastered versions of their unreleased songs called Conventional Weapons that was made during the early stage of their 4th album called Danger Days that I mentioned. I like to call it a collection of songs and not a full concept album because Conventional Weapons was born off of 2 failed album concepts that MCR was trying to make, or just 2 attempts of the same kind of record concept. MCR wanted to make an album that was stripped of their creative themes in theatrics and costumes at the time of Conventional Weapons. Basically, it was going to be an album that doesn't have anything that makes it special like their previous 2 records at that time. But they instead scrapped it and decided to just give in and make an album that has those special themes and creativity and theatrics and costumes. And then they made a new album at the time called Danger Days, The True Lives of the Fabulous Killjoys. Sometime later, according to the October 2012 issue of Q magazine, Frank Iero reported about early sessions for MCR's next album with the new drummer, Jawad Alexander. Jared Alexander. Jared Alexander. Sorry if I butchered that name. Frank Iero said that they were progressing well. Jared is a rad guy, and a fantastic player. It's been really fun making music with him these past few months, IRL commented. Now, sometime after that, on March 22nd, 2013, is the day that all the MCR army, all of the Killjoys will remember. This is the day that MCR broke up.